We're going to kick off with a very exciting and special guest star, Ric Ocasek. Ric, hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, not bad at all. Welcome. So Ric Ocasek, of course, a famous multimedia artist.
Flown in from the west side of Manhattan.
Flown in from the west side of Manhattan. Doodler, rock star, and father of 18. I don't know, what else?
Yeah, close.
Close.
That's close.
So, Ric, yes, welcome to eastvillageradio.com.
You're an avid listener of the 2 for Tennis show, I take it.
Yeah, every night.
Okay, good.
But you guys are
Well,
every
he listens
day, right?
to the archive.
Yeah.
There we go.
I listen to the
6 days a
archives.
week at least.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, obviously, you know, you're involved in a lot of musical and artistic projects over the years, but currently, and I find this difficult to believe, but currently, this is your first New York show that we were going to talk about today as a visual artist.
Yeah, it is. First show of my drawings and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So currently at Cinder's Gallery in Williamsburg here in New York City, there is an exhibition. It's been open about a week. It's going up, I think it'll be up for at least another week. It's called T-Head Scraps, and it is a collection of drawings, doodles really, I guess. Yeah. I mean, seeing as they were not ever meant for public display.
Very complex doodleage.
Complex doodleage. Drawings from Ric Ocasek.
Doodleage is good.
Doodleage, yeah. that's mine, Rick.
That's my
It's a
We
new
can go
pop
ahead and
art.
credit me on that, no.
And how did this come about then? How did it go from just sitting on the phone talking to your lawyer, or to
You're right about that. You know, a lot of the drawings are me sitting on the phone talking to a lawyer.
I could tell.
And some of them could be, sitting on the phone talking to my wife.
Right.
And the drawings are different.
Right. And have you titled them appropriately?
I've never
or?
titled them because I should have. Then I would have. Yeah, it would have been easy talking to the lawyer.
Right.
No, I never titled them.
Okay.
I didn't go that far.
Right. I mean, we've moved from, sitting at the telephone table doodling to, having them up on the wall at a gallery here in the art center of the world. I mean, how did that happen?
You mean, how did I get them in the gallery?
Yeah.
Did you have to show
paid her-
them
I
to
paid her
somebody
a lot
first,
to put 'em
or,
up.
I mean, did somebody
I
discover these?
did a show in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And the curator of that show also knew the people at Cinders. So she actually got in touch with Cinders.
Oh, great.
I said, do you want to do a show with Rick? And he came over and looked at stuff and said, if you force me to, I will. And I said, okay,
Fair
I'll
enough.
do it.
He did it. There we go.
So that's how they got up on the wall. Before that, they were just laying in boxes. And,
Right.
they've collected them over a period of about 30 years.
Oh,
30
really?
years of
Yeah.
doodleage. Are they dated?
Some are dated and some aren't. I really, like you said, never really intended to. I mean, I show them that, sometimes I'd produce a band in the studio and I'd be doing the drawings, because I can listen and,
Right. Yeah.
it's sort of a meditative thing.
So, Rick, are you paying attention?
Oh, yeah. Believe me.
Rick, we're paying you for this. Are you drawing?
I was paying attention. Yeah. So, I'd give them away when I finished or give them to the band or they'd ask for it. Or I'd draw on spoons or I'd draw on, styrofoam plates. Because styrofoam plates with ballpoint pens,
That's
it's a
fun.
wonderful thing.
Nice to dig in there. isn't it?
It's just so smooth.
Yeah.
But anyway, usually I use, if I'm drawing, on paper, which is what I usually draw on, I usually use Japanese color pens.
Right.
And sometimes whatever I could use glitter, I could use coffee, I could use whatever makes a mark. And really, it's just a thing where you begin with something that's a shape or something for me, and then it's just kind of like you said, the OCD detail of little spots.
Yeah. Just
So
keep putting it in.
I mean, I think over time, no matter what you do a lot of. If you just keep doing something over time, obviously it's going to get more refined as time goes along.
Yeah.
My stuff never did.
Does
No,
drawing?
but actually, that you keep doing it, and then I start to see like a thread in some of them. This is this type. It's almost like songs. It's like maybe I write 6 different kinds of songs, even though I've written hundreds.
Yeah.
There's none that are like You know what I mean?
Totally out there, right.
It's whatever.
Does the drawing allow you to clear your mind to make music?
No, it's just probably the same, process. Artistically, it's kind of like going from a blank thing and then getting real involved in it until it's something you like, But obviously, well, I didn't, have any intentions of showing it, but my, my daughter-in-law really talked me into trying to put it in a gallery, and
cool.
So I did. But
well, your music has a knack for a certain polish.
Yeah.
And your art, is that somewhere you can kind of go a little bit more abstract and leave the ends a little more feathered? And
I suppose so. Sure. I mean, I was always just drawing for me.
Yeah.
So I really never cared if it, what happened to it. But I didn't throw them away.
That's good.
Cared something for it. Now, T-head scraps. Now, I think I know what a T-head is, but I could be entirely wrong. Of course, I am a foreigner. But, who is the T-head?
Well, you're looking at him.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're on
Okay.
But I mean, that has a specific meaning.
I don't know what that meaning is.
Rick, do you know what that means?
What?
Yeah.
Do I know what T-head scraps means?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like scraps from a T-head.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
But what is a T-head?
Tim, we don't know what's going on
You said you
anymore.
knew what a T-head
Well,
was.
I don't want to say on the radio what I think a T-head is.
Nobody's listening. No, I'm sure. You can go ahead. Don't be shy.
No,
Someone who smokes tea.
Someone
There
who
we go.
smokes tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go.
See, tea's not a word they use in America, but you know what tea is.
Yeah, certainly
You know,
do.
herbal tea.
Herbal tea,
It's definitely herbal.
Quite smokable.
afternoon tea, tea and cake.
Tea for two.
Tim and tea.
And tea for tennis, I guess. Or tennis for tea.
2000 tea.
2000 and Tim. Okay, well, that's what it is. T-head scraps. And I know that in the 90s at one point, there was talk of you be doing some quite grandiose video, multimedia extravaganzas.
Yeah, I did. I did that.
Oh, you did it?
I kept it at home. I was doing an album called Negative Theater, and so I got together with a lot of like Alan Vega and the set designer I knew and a bunch of artists, and we kind of went into a rehearsal place and filmed it all. But we did music, and there was like all kinds of poetry on it, and all kinds of bizarre costumes and everything, and it was all filmed on like. I think it was High 8 or something,
Right.
with about 6 cameras. And then I just never had the energy to put it together into anything. But I had quips from it, so I think there was some showing at the gallery, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
I had some stuff projected on top of the pictures.
Right.
And that's what that was. But, so, I mean, the Negative Theater thing came out, as an album.
Yeah. But then the whole
But
video,
then the part of it
installation
behind it was a little harder to do in those days.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, everything was harder because the editing just alone would have been like
months and months of work.
just because of the equipment. Now you can just do it in iMovie.
And you wanted to do that yourself,
do
I
it in
take it,
iMovie.
the editing. And
Well, at least be there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because...
it's hard to come up with something like that and give it to somebody else to edit. I
Yeah.
imagine, so.
Well, yeah, because it was pretty abstract to begin with,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like a music video.
Exactly.
Do you think that's something you might come back to now that you're a famous artist?
I don't think so. I don't think I'll revisit that.
Okay.
I still have like a photography, that I do a lot of, and I don't know if I want to get into
The visual art world.
the video stuff.
Right, the video stuff.
What do you think? You think I ought to or not?
Why not?
I'll do whatever you say.